Welcome to the Big Zo podcast. I am he is me, episode 17. Want to say what's up to everybody out there, man. Hope y'all doing alright and keeping warm because it is frigid. Do you hear me? The Hawk has officially moved in and don't plan on leaving no time soon. Uh, it is Lovers Weekend. It is Valentine's Day weekend, so this is the weekend or the day where you get to express your gratitude and your appreciation for your significant other. It is the day where if you are in a toxic relationship, this is your day to put all that to the side and be in love just for this, one little moment and appreciate what you really enjoy about one another. If my voice is a little extra heavy, it's because it's early and I normally don't podcast, this early. But for some reason, I can't stop waking up at a stupid hour when I'm off work. So I figure just go for it. Just go for it. But getting back to Valentine's Day, uh, my last episode, I had a couple of people, accuse me of hating on Valentine's Day activities, and it ain't that I'm hating. I'm never a hater. That's a lie. I enjoy hating from time to time, but I never hate on love. Never. All I was saying was don't don't let sex be the highlight of the day. Don't let that be the best thing about the day if you're going to celebrate your loved one. Get creative. That's all I'm saying. Get creative. Uh, Put forth a lot of effort and just step it up if you're really into it. Now, if it's no big deal, then you do what you do. But if this is the day where you just get into it and you're looking forward to it and all of this, I'm just saying, just put forth some effort. Put forth some effort. I know we like to portray like it's a day for lovers, for both men and women. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. This is a day for the woman to be spoiled. But you do have some people, some women out there who will say, spoil your man, show your man how much you appreciate him, and that's fine. I'm all with that. But what I'm saying is, not with sex. That's all I'm saying. The sex is fine. We always take that. But I'm just saying, get in your creative bag. Get in your creative bag. Dress it up. Dress it up. Disguise it. Just get in your creative bag. I'm just saying, don't let that be the highlight of the evening. Now, I can't tell, for as men, like just get creative, man. Get creative. If your girl love chicken wings or whatever, yo, get creative about it. Don't just buy her some chicken wings. Do a scavenger hunt and let the end of the road be a plate of lemon pepper flats or crab legs or whatever it is they eat. But I'm just saying, don't let sex be the highlight. It's plenty of other things you can do leading up to the evening activities. Is all I'm saying. If sex is the highlight of the day, then you have to question some stuff. That's all I'm saying. But anywho, hope everybody enjoy, man. Hey, be in love, celebrate love, and then y'all can get back to the reality of the relationship on Monday. But for this moment, have your moment. Don't let nobody spoil y'all moment. But so anyway, gonna get into this thing, man. Yo, so Dave Chappelle, the great legendary Dave Chappelle, released a 10-minute clip of one of his shows, and he was speaking about he called COVID. So he was speaking about that and dealing with that, and also getting his name and his rights back to the Chappelle Show. Now, a couple of months ago, he put out a clip asking his fans to basically boycott the Chappelle Show because he wasn't receiving any money, basically any money for it. The show was early 2000s, and he went through what he went through or whatever. Y'all, we all know. And so basically, with streaming services becoming like the wave and generating a gang of revenue, um, CBS Viacom, and Comedy Central basically was making money off the Chappelle Show on these different platforms. And so Chappelle came out and asked, people, hey, don't watch it, boycott it because, it ain't right what they doing. He don't even own the name, which is his God-given name. He can't even use the title The Chappelle Show. It would have to be like Dave or something. But so, excuse me, with him using his large platform to uh, express himself, it worked. It worked because in this clip that he dropped a couple of days ago, he was basically I love that he referred to his fans as his boss. He was like, he said they was doing him wrong. He wasn't making no money or whatever. So he went to his boss, which is the people, and he asked us to boycott, not watch, and do all that. And because we did it, because we listened, the majority, because we listened, enough of us listened, that it worked. It worked. He was able to get his name back. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he got some bread and just his rights, his ownership. And when you're in the entertainment business, that's like the most important thing, your ownership and your integrity. And he got it back. And I tell you what, it's very few people who can hold my attention for a long period of time. I'm talking about to where I'm just glued to you. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not looking around. I'm not having like side conversations where I'm just focusing on you. Talk. And like I said, it's not many people. Dave Chappelle is one. And James Baldwin, the late great James Baldwin, will be the other. I can listen to James Baldwin. I go down a rabbit hole on YouTube sometimes because I would look for a James Baldwin interview or a clip or whatever, and I would just get before you knew it, hour, 2 hours or whatever go by. I'm just watching everything with this man speaking. And Dave Chappelle is the same way. He holds my attention like that. The way he can hold the audience attention, the way he can tell a story, the way he can express himself and articulate himself is it's just amazing. Not too many people can control a room like that. And you're talking about a comedian who doesn't have to tell one joke and people would still sit there and be entertained and walk out feeling satisfied, like they got their money's worth. Not too many people that can do that. That is greatness. But I was happy to hear that he got his name back, he got his rights and all of that back, because that show changed a lot of things. It changed the way a lot of these comedy sketch shows are done. You've seen a lot of shows come after him trying to use the same formula, try to have that same edginess, try to be, try to come with that same controversy. He set the trend, if you will, for that type of comedy sketch shows. And to see him get what is rightfully his, what he rightfully deserves is a beautiful thing. Is a beautiful thing. I just thought that was dope. But like I said, man, ain't too many people like him. Like if you can, it's on his Instagram, so you can go watch the clip. But just the way that he was giving it up to the people who is basically responsible for his success, which is the fans, it's just dope. It's just dope. And he shouted out. He went to Netflix, the owner of Netflix, and once they started running the show without his consent, he went to the owner of Netflix and he asked them to basically take it down. And out of good faith, they did it. They are in business with each other. Chappelle has released at least 3 or 4 specials on Netflix alone. So that's only good business, because you doing that, you doing this favor for the possibly the greatest comedian ever. You have just put yourself in a position to win for a very long time, because that is good faith. That is just good business. And I'm sure in return, Chappelle is going to show his gratitude. And that's just how it should be done. I know, everybody's in it to make money, but sometimes, you have to put the money to the side and think about the integrity of what it is that you're doing. But I just thought that was dope. So shout out to Chappelle, man, for getting his affairs in order and getting back was rightfully his. So that's what's up. And on a more uplifting note, on a very positive note, I saw this article where these 2 guys, I actually wrote it down because I did not want to forget, so I'm gonna do a little bit of reading. Bear with me. Dion Merrick and Brandon Antoine. These two brothers work for the sanitation department, and they were out on their route, and they noticed it was an Amber Alert the day before or earlier that day or whatever. However it was an Amber Alert, and it was for a 10-year-old girl who was last seen getting in the gray 2012 Nissan Altima. So while they were out on their route, they see that car. And so they parked their truck, their garbage truck. They jammed the car in and called the police. And come to find out, their instincts was 100% correct. So the girl was saved. The girl was rescued. Come to find out, the person who kidnapped her was a close friend of the family. So I don't know the details of the whole story, but that was the end result. She was a 10-year-old girl was kidnapped, and these 2 gentlemen, these 2 heroes, light bulb tripping. These 2 heroes helped rescue her. They helped save her life. So shout out to them. Hopefully, they are, rewarded. I know that's not why they did it, but acts like that need to be rewarded. But that's beautiful. That was beautiful. They didn't ignore it. They followed their instinct, their intuition, if you will, and it paid off tremendously. A lot of times we see stuff and we just tend to ignore it because it doesn't concern us. But they were proactive, and it paid off. They saved the little girl's life. So shout out to Dion Merrick and Brandon Antoine. I forget the city it was in, but I just thought that was dope. Also, Mark Cuban, the owners of the Dallas Mavericks, he stopped on the low. This is where I like where you can make moves and you don't have to publicize it. You just make your moves on the low. So he stopped playing the national anthem like weeks ago. He didn't make an announcement. He didn't have a press conference. He didn't speak out. He just stopped. Hey, yo, don't play the national anthem no more. Nobody said nothing. It wasn't until like a couple of weeks later, somebody noticed, and then they made an issue about it. And he didn't release a statement or anything. He just did it. But love that move. But Adam Silver, he overrode it. Of course, we're going to play the national anthems. All teams have to do it. My thing is with what we know now, because we were ignorant. A majority of us was ignorant about the the actual full version of the song. All we know is what they play at the sporting events. But we was not aware of the full version of that song. So once we learned about the actual song and what it stands for and what it means, why are we still making this an issue? Like, it should be optional. With what we know about this song, it should be optional for these teams or for whatever space to play the song. Like, this country is on fire, like literally on fire, and playing the national anthem at sporting events should be like the last, one of the last concerns that we should have. It's so many more things that need to be addressed and handled than the national anthem. And given what happened on January 6th, yo, that should be a mute point anyway. Because clearly the national anthem means nothing to those who were speaking highly about the national anthem when Kaepernick chose to take a knee during the national anthem. The same ones who spoke out about that or were outraged about it is the same ones who stormed the Capitol building with Confederate flags and number orange with his name written on them, on these flags and these posters or whatever. So, is the national anthem really that important? So I just think it should be optional. We in a totally different time. Same things is going on, just in a different time. And I just don't think that should even be a concern. Because clearly the national anthem is not as important. We're finding out a lot of things that they said was very important that they take to heart is not as important when the tables turn a little bit. We found out that blue lives really don't matter because they beat and killed a couple of officers with the American flag. Stumped them out, beat them up, murdered them. So we're finding out that a lot of things that y'all say matter don't really matter when the shoe is on the other foot. So this national anthem is really, we don't need it. Let it be optional. We don't need it. We're not united. We don't need it. That first verse that y'all, drilled in our heads since birth, we don't need it because it's not true anymore. We found out that it's not true. We don't need it. And it's no disrespect to the military and people who serve. I'm speaking strictly about the state of this inflamed country. But, whatever. But Mark Cuban has really been on point. With the national anthem. And then, he was very assertive in helping former NBA player Delonte West get the proper help that he needs, get the rehab and everything that he needs to get his mental health back along with his physical health. For those who don't know, Delonte West was a NBA ball player for a minute, had a nice little career, but he suffers from he's bipolar. And has a drug addiction. So, he's just been out there bad. Like it's been video clip surface of him, living under a bridge and just walking the streets, just really, 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 really down and out. And I guess Mark, I don't know who reached out to Mark Cuban or whatever, but he stepped up. He stepped up. He went and found him, and took him in and got him into this nice little ranch, this nice rehab program or whatever, so he can get clean, he can get healthy, and just get back to who he is and get him the proper treatment. And Delonte, last time I saw Delonte was doing like really well, like pictures, like they were posting like a picture every now and then of him, just in a good space. It's one day at a time, but it was just a picture of him in like a good space, a couple of pictures, and that's big. I think that a lot of times we discard people when they're no longer of service to us. We tend to forget about them, and for Cuban to go get this guy, I don't even. Delonte may have played with him. I have to check it, but I think he may have played with Dallas for. Yeah, he played with Dallas for a little bit, but Cuban didn't have to do that. He did that out of the kindness of his own heart because that's just the kind of guy he is. And I wasn't always like the biggest fan of Cuban, like back in the day when like the Mavericks and Sacramento Kings was like battling. He would be on the sideline, getting at the refs and real animated, and he just came off like a like a crybaby. But he has been doing his thing lately. He's been very vocal about social injustices. He's been speaking out about that. And just for him to step up and make these kind of moves is just very commendable. Because a lot of times when you are separated from, I would say, regular society, you tend not to really pay attention to what's going on because it doesn't affect you or it doesn't concern you. So it's easy to just look the other way, and a lot of times that's what happens. But he didn't. He stepped up, and went and got this brother and got him together, or is currently getting him together. I haven't seen anything lately, but hopefully it's still going well. And I just think that should be the case for a lot of these places, man. I know it's not their responsibilities, but if you, it should be some kind of program for after when you're done, or if you are battling certain ailments. But so respect to I commend Cuban on what he's doing. So I watched which I was waiting for, and it did not disappoint. I watched Judas and the Black Messiah the other day. Like it seemed once they started running that trailer, it seemed like it took February 12th forever to get here. But it did not disappoint. It's about Fred Hampton, but to me it's more so kind of about the other guy. I wish I could remember his name, but we just gonna call him Judas. But it's played by Lakeith Stanfield, who did a phenomenal job, who did a great job. Basically an informant for the FBI, an informant for the feds or whatever. Who he infiltrated the Black Panther Party and was going back giving intel to the feds about the moves that they were trying to make, which was basically just trying to build up the black community in Chicago and to get the people to govern themselves and not rely on outside help. We can govern, we can police ourselves. And at the same time, educating the people and taking care of the babies. They were feeding like all the over 3,000 kids in Chicago. Like they had a breakfast program, so these kids didn't have to go to school hungry or just be hungry, period, because it's a poverty stricken area. And they were doing amazing things within that community while teaching and educating the community as well. And of course, that is their biggest fear, and they stopped at nothing to try to shut it down. You know how Fred Hampton's you know how it ends, so no need to focus on that. But the movie was very informative and very good. Like I said, Lakeith Stanfield did his thing, but my man Daniel Kaluuya, I hope I'm saying his last name right. He's a British actor. Yo, what he did with Fred Hampton's role character was nothing short of brilliant. You have to. I'm gonna put it up there with Will Smith as Ali. You got to put him. You got to put it in there with Denzel as Malcolm X, Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles. Hey, Chadwick Boseman, the late great Chadwick Boseman. Uh, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall. Yo, Daniel Kaluuya was amazing. Now, if you're like me, like I never front. I never claim to be like this. Never act like I know everything or I'm so well versed in all of this stuff. Uh, I am familiar with Fred Hampton, but I've never heard him talk in depth. Seen a few clips here and there, but I've never heard him talk in depth. And so when I'm watching this movie and I'm listening to Daniel Kaluuya, do his thing, I didn't know how to receive it. But I'm so glad, like at the end of the movie, it's not a spoiler, but at the end of the movie, they show a clip of the real Fred Hampton um, giving a speech, and it was exact. The mannerisms, the emphasis on words, um, the how he pronounced things. It was he nailed it. He nailed it. He nailed it. I was just amazed. I was in awe. The movie did not disappoint. It lived up to the hype. It lived up to the hype. I just the only problem I have with like our movies that teaches about our history or that shows us, what our people went through before us. For us like the ending. I just feel like when you know the ending, like you know how it ends. You know what happens. I just feel like that part doesn't need to be shown. Like I would like to end it on a high note, and then I like when they roll before the credits roll. They basically tell you in words, what happened. So such and such went on to do this, or such and such went on to do that. I kind of prefer it that way. Like I don't need to see the traumatic ending of someone's life because we know. Like I don't want to relive that part. I just want to celebrate the person. That's just me. I just want to celebrate the person and enjoy the moment. Like I don't need for it to. I'm rocking with you through the whole movie. I'm like, yeah, and then it ends. Then that part happens. Like I don't care to see that, but that's not a knock. That's just my personal preference. But the movie was amazing. The movie was amazing. It was a dope movie. If you haven't seen it, find a way to see it. It's on HBO Max, and I think it's at the theaters, but I don't know how people feel about going to the movies right now. But it was a dope movie, man. He did his thing. He did his thing. The way that the way that the British actors, man, can do these roles without their accent, it's just intriguing to me. Like I'm so like I just like I'm a fan of that. I love that. Like you see a lot of people watch Idris Elba on The Wire for years and didn't even know he was British. And then when they finally heard him speak or do an interview, we mine was blown. Mine was blown. We watched Stringer Bell for years and nobody knew. Nobody even knew. But Judas and the Black Messiah, man. I know hey, That's the beauty about having an opinion. You can change it from day to day. I know I said now I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna stand on it. I said that Malcolm and Marie was the best movie this year so far. So I'm gonna retract it just a little bit and just switch it and go one of the best. One of the best. But we showing out. We showing out with these movies in 2021. We showing out. We are starting off strong, and I'm loving these types of movies because um we tend to repeat. We tend to repeat the same movies. We find something, it's a hit, then we repeat it just with a little twist. And I remember me wanting to see more black thrillers because I love thrillers. And once we started doing it, I was all for it. I was hyped, but then they started to get repetitive, like the same premise, if you will. They were still good movies, but it was just like I seen this one in the last one. I seen this one in the last one. They were like predictable. They were getting predictable. But I like different movies coming from us. American Skin, Malcolm and Marie, Judas and the Black Messiah. Like these are three different movies from a black perspective. And they dope. And they dope. But Judas and the Black Messiah was like excellent. Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it again. Like when that's me. I run something to the ground. I heard a song I like, I see a movie I like, I keep watching it because I just feel like I get something from it every time. Like I feel like I always miss something. But yo, Daniel Kaluuya, man, just amazing, bro. Amazing. Amazing. He nailed it. He nailed Fred Hampton. Like his Fred Hampton Jr. Like yo, be proud. He did your pops proud. And it was just dope. It was dope. It was a dope movie, man. It was a dope movie. I don't have a problem with it. It was a very good movie. But so check this out. I talked about men grooming themselves and hygiene and all of that a couple of podcasts ago. So I had been seeing this thing on Instagram, and I actually thought it was a joke because the advertisement, the commercial for it, was kind of funny. It was like, "Are you tired of your balls doing something?" And it shows like this guy throwing like a gang of powder on his area, and just getting powder everywhere. You know how the commercials do. They got to make it look like what you're currently doing is such a hassle and such a burden. Like you see them little paid programs where they be like, do you have trouble flipping eggs? And it's like when you're trying to flip an egg, let's say a pancake. You're trying to flip the pancake and it's like falling apart. You're just having a real tough time. And we've been flipping pancakes with a spatula for years. But to promote their pancake flipper, they make it look like using a spatula is just outdated and it's just tough. So this commercial was making it seem like, putting powder on your balls is such a hassle. Like my man was just dousing it everywhere. It was just looked like he had a fog machine. But anywho, it was this product. So I thought it was like a joke or something. But you know how you click on something and then you gonna see it on your timeline for life. For life. I just clicked on it and I couldn't get it off my timeline. So I finally bought into it. It's called Manscaped, and what it is a grooming kit for men. It comes with, I have it here. So it says right there, your balls will thank you, and my balls thanked me. It comes with a nose and ear trimmer. I'm sorry, a nose and ear trimmer, which I love because these whiskers, get a little lengthy. It comes with some trimmers. This is for your body. I'm not gonna use my head. I use regular razor on my head, but this is for your body. So you know, if you're hairy, you know, your shoulders, your chest, your back, uh, your your penis region. I used it. I loved it. It's easy, pain free. You can worry about nicking yourself and doing all of that. And when you're done, it comes with ball deodorant. I'm not making these names up. This is what it says on the bottle. Ball deodorant. It's like a lotion, like a cream. You know, you put that, you know, in your hands, and you know, you rub it into your area, your ball area, you know, your pelvic area. You know, just rub it in. Don't go too far, and you know, you get extra in. Play with yourself. That's length of time. And also, it comes with a. It says ball toner. It says ball toner, but I was reading it, and it's like a, you know, how women, let me go to the bathroom and freshen up. So men can go to the bathroom and freshen up and just, you know, a couple of little and you back in the game, baby. But definitely shower first, because smell good on top of funk is just smell good on top of funk. You can't hide funk with cologne, deodorant, or whatever. With that being said, yeah, so just, I like it. I love it. Like, I can't wait to use it again. But like I said, shower first. Stop spraying cologne and putting deodorant under unwashed arms. Men, let's take better care of ourselves, man. Then y'all want to be all up in these chicks' face and trying to get head and love all on them and all that, and your body not right. Groom yourself, man. Get that hair all in your thighs and on your, like, get it together. Women appreciate presentation as well. We want them to be smooth and smell good and all that, and I'm sure they can appreciate the favor being reciprocated. Spraying cologne over weed is just cologne over weed. You can still smell the weed. So that don't work. Deodorant and must is just deodorant and must. It actually creates a more pungent smell. But that's just, I got it and I like it. Like, I love it. Manscaped. Take my advice. Or don't. But what else I got? Oh yeah. Here's a quick little story. The English language, like certain words, like you ever heard a word or see a word, like you've never heard the word before, but then you see the word, and it's actually like a foreign word, but you pronounce it with the English. You pronounce it, English. So I had never seen the word faux pas written down. I heard people say it on TV and conversation like all the time, but I've never seen the actual word faux pas written down. So I was reading this article, and I get to that word, and I just stopped. Like, what is that? I was trying to say like, what was I trying to say? Like Faux or Fox or something like that. But it definitely was not faux pas. And it just reminded me this one time when I was working at this grocery store, and in the seafood department, and we were out of a customer wanted a product, and we were out of it. And so my coworker was like, "Hey, if the customer wants, tell her we can call another location and see if they have the product." And so the customer was like, "Yeah, sure, that'll be fine." So asked her what area was close or whatever, and so my coworker was like, "Hey, call the Depare store." And I was like, "All right." So we used to have this catalog magazine where on the back of the catalog was the locations of the different stores. And so I grabbed the catalog, if you will, and I'm looking at the back of it, and I'm looking for the pair. So I'm seeing Clayton, I'm seeing Chesterfield, I'm seeing Frontenac, I'm seeing all of these. So I go, yo, I don't see the pair, and she go, it's on there. Check it again. So now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check it again, but I'm not an idiot. But I'll check it again. I can read well. If I can't do nothing else, I can read well. So I check it again. I'm looking. I'm dragging my finger. I'm like, I don't see no the pair. I see all these locations, but the pair. Like I said, I'm seeing Clayton. I'm seeing North Kings Highway. I'm seeing all of these. And so I go, yo, there is no the pair on here. And she go, boy, it is on there. Look again. So now I'm like, all right, you know what? I said, come here, show it to me. So now I got an attitude. I got the catalog. I'm like, look, show me the pair. I'm like, here's Clayton. I'm like, here's Ladue, which is where we are. I'm like, here's Frontenac. Here's Chesterfield. Here is Des Perez. And here is Ushidi location. And she go, wait. What was the other one you said? I'm like, which one? She was like, the one with the D. I said, Des Perez. She go, boy, that's the pair. I said, like hell if it is. I know how to spell pear. Pair. And the fruit. Pear. That says Perez. She go, it's French. We in America. Why do we have a de pair location? And the laughter from the customer, I did not appreciate. It was it was hard. It was a very hard laughter. I don't know if she was laughing like, oh, it's cute, or if this how smart do you have to be to work here? But slight embarrassment. Hey, Des Perez. I still say Des Perez just out of spite. Because that's a dumbass name. But, yo, the English language, man. The English language. But, is the... I want to say this, and this is probably not... I'm sure this is my unpopular opinion, but guess what? I don't care. I just want to say that the air fryer that everybody loves. You ready? The air fryer is overrated. It is overrated. That small oven that they're trying to push on us is overrated. I like the Foreman grill better. I liked the Foreman grill better. The oven fryer is so overrated. Everybody, oh, the chicken tastes just like fried chicken minus the grease. No, it don't. No, it don't. Air fryer chicken tastes like old Wingstop. Go get some Wingstop. Let it sit out for 2 days. Put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Take it out. You got air fryer chicken. The air fryer is so overrated. I prefer the oven. Or just fry the chicken. It doesn't taste like fried chicken minus the grease. They sold me a lie. The people sold me a lie. When they got an air fryer, it is not. I don't like air fried chicken. Now, air fried pizza rolls is fire. But the air fryer is overrated. I said it. Foreman grill is better. Bring back the Foreman grill if they went away. But I'm not rocking with the air fryer. I despise it. Y'all make me sick. Y'all get on, a new wave come, and then it's like everybody's on board. The air fryer is whack. I don't like it. And if you like the air fryer, then we probably can't be friends, because I don't need somebody who feels like dried out chicken is better than regular baked chicken or fried chicken. Air fryer is so overrated. Excuse me. But going back to Valentine's Day real quick before I forget. Fellas, if you show up and you show out, and this is let's just say y'all been using protection the whole time. This is your chance to go raw. You show up and you show out, and then you try raw. She might be so thankful, so appreciative, she might let you get that raw off, even if it's just for a few minutes. Try to go raw. But, and guess what? I'm going to end it on that note. I believe I don't have too much more. Um, I had a couple of topics I wanted to discuss, but I need to. Those are more so. I need some interaction. I need some interaction about some things I want to chop it up about. Yeah, but anywho, yo, everybody, man, be safe, be warm. Hey, and just for a minute, when you out, when you home, in front of your fireplace or whatever, and you looking out the window, or you just warmed up in your warmzy, you're nice and cozy in your blanket, man. Just keep in mind, man, that there's people out here who are less fortunate than us, and they out here having to endure these bone chilling temperatures, man, and they don't have nothing. They don't have nothing but the clothes on their back. They don't have any shelter. Don't have any food, man. So let's try to be mindful and be thankful for what we have, man, because we can very easily be in those situations. Those situations. And be honest with you, a lot of us are really just one missed mortgage payment from being there. So let's just be mindful. Let's just be mindful. Uh oh yes, yes, yes. I know what I wanted to. I know what I wanted to do. So just rock with me for a few more minutes. Yo, let me just say this. People, people, people. I love my people. I love our people. But yo, the harsh reality. Here is a harsh truth. Here's a harsh truth. It's gonna come off harsh. It's gonna come off cold. But it's just the reality. Yo, your problems are your problems. We make decisions in life. We go through things in life. And as a result, things happen. Now, sometimes it's out of our control. But for the most part, your problems are your problems. You can't get upset or take it personal when you feel like people are not being attentive to you because of what you are going through. Because guess what? Everybody has their own issues. Everybody is going through their own personal things. I wanted to use a big word right there, but nothing came to me. But everybody is going through their own things, their own trials and tribulations. I redeemed myself right there. But your problems is your problems. Yo, the entitlement that we feel that other people should have concern for us is so annoying and so aggravating. And it's we funny like that. We funny like that. We'll take, you could do something for somebody 99 times. They could come to you 90, they could come to you 100 times and you could do it 99 times. But the minute you don't do that 100 times, that's all they remember is that 100 times that they came to you and you told them no, or you wasn't there for them like they felt you should be. All that 99, all the other 99 times just goes out the window, fall by the wayside. It never happened. They get on their Janet Jackson shit. What have you done for me lately? And that's bogus. That's bogus. And it's not fair. No one owes you anything. No one has to be there for you. If someone chooses to be there for you in your time of, whatever it is you're going through, then kudos to them. Good for them. But guess what? They're not entitled to help you. Nobody is entitled to help you. We're all grown. And I say this because I've been there before too, where I feel like somebody should have been there for me and I took it personal. But then I had to realize that's not their responsibility. I made these decisions. I chose to do whatever it is that I was going through at that time. Nobody is obligated to help you. You made those decisions. So for you to go through what you're going through, and then you feel like you are expecting certain people to be there for you, or to help you, or to comfort you, or to console you, and it doesn't happen, and then all of a sudden it's me against the world. We love to act like it's us against the world. Like it's gonna make our success story a little bit better, to paint this picture of nobody had my back. It was just me, myself, and I. And I did it on my own. Nobody helped me. Nobody was there for me. We think it makes our story better. In actuality, it makes your story better. Bar. Nobody is entitled to help you, man. And for you to, and if you forget about what people have done for you, or help, or how they helped you or assisted you up until this point, whether you asked them for help or not, because sometimes we quick to go, I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask you to do that. Okay, that's fine. But the point is, they did it. They cared enough about you to do it. And so for you to let all those other times fall by the wayside, and then all of a sudden put them on your shit list, is ungrateful. It's selfish. It is just it's just a bad look for you. That we could just we're so quick to just discard and throw people away the minute anything happens. So when people start talking about trust, love, and loyalty, all that sounds good. All of that sounds good. But what happens when it's time to display those things? Then it's non-existent. To me, you could say you love somebody. You could say you trust somebody. You could say you're loyal to somebody. But what happens when it's being tested? That's when it really shows. I could say I love you all day as long as you're not getting on my nerve and bothering me. But the minute you start doing something and I dip on you, or start acting funny towards you, or block you, or do whatever, then did I really love you? But we have to get out of that, man. Your problems is your problems. Sorry, but not sorry. Nobody is entitled to help you. We choose our own path. Nobody has to help you. If people choose to, then that's fine. That is fine. Shout out to you for helping. But nobody has to help. We have to get out of that mentality, man, where we feel like somebody is supposed to help. You owe me. Don't owe you anything. We have to get out of that. We have to get out of that. This ain't the time for that. This ain't the time for that. It's too much going on. Everybody has their own issues that they're going through. And so why those type of people or just takers. Or just takers. They don't know how to sow into other people. They don't know how to give. You have to be leery. You have to be leery of those kind of people, man. That just take. Because they can suck the life, suck the energy out of you. Because you're too busy pouring into them and they never pour into you. Because you're always down in the dumps. So you never have a moment where you can uplift somebody and help somebody and be a service to somebody, because you're always in your feelings. It's always, woe is me. What about me? And to me, that is toxic. Because when you're riding high, it's fine. It's fine. You're looking down on others. You ain't thinking about nobody else. But the minute you get down, then it's like, yo, who's going to help me? Somebody help me. Look at me. And it's just we we have to get out of that. We have to get out of that. That's not what's that. But for you, you do whatever you do to get by or to make it happen or to get out your situation or whatever it is. You do what you have to do, regardless of if anybody else is going to help you. You do what you have to do. But that's my little soapbox moment. This has been the Big Zo podcast, man. Y'all stay safe, stay warm, be in love, be peaceful, and be easy, man. Peace.